Assalamualaikum, brothers and sisters. Welcome to part 12 towards exploring few mathematical facts of Surah Al-Kawthar, the smallest chapter of the Holy Quran. We know that the Surah Al-Kawthar is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Inna a'atainaka al-kawthar fasalli li rabbika wanhar inna shani'aka huwal abtar. Inshallah, we shall conduct this presentation considering non-abjad based analysis. Let's move to the next slide. Here in table 1, 2, 3, the non-abjad numbering of the first, second, and third ayats are uh, presented. For example, let me explain this at first. At table number 1, this table, the Arabic alphabets are placed at the first column. Here in A'tainaka al-Kawthar, first ayat is actually all the alphabets of first ayat are also placed. After that, based on the first appearance, the numbering are done. For example, Alif is the first appearance, so the Alif's number is actually 1. Noon is the second appearance, so Noon's number is actually 2. Then Alif Alif, they are also, this is Alif, this is Alif. So there will be numbered as 1 1. And then the third appearance is Ain. Fourth appearance is actually Ta. So like this up to the last harf Ra. Ra's the harf or the alphabet Ra is the 10th appearance. So its value is actually 10. That's why it is called actually non-abjad numbering, because in abjad numbering, alif, noon, ain, ta, they actually have separate values, and same lecture is actually presented in my previous lecture number 3, where similar type of presentation is delivered considering abjad based analysis. So you can see that presentation, but here the same presentation, but this presentation is actually based on non-abjad numbering. So let's move to the table number 2. Here, if we see the Fa's positioning as per appearance, Fa is actually the 11th appearance in Surah Al-Kawthar. So Fa will be 11. And likewise, the other numbering actually done. And the third table, Sheen is the 15th appearance. And for example, Hamza in Nashani Akahual Abtar. Here Hamza comes. Hamza is actually 16th appearance. But as I have told, similar lecture is presented in part 3. There you will see that Hamza is numbered as 1, because in Abjad analysis, Hamza is actually Hamza and Alif are also these two harfs are same in Abjad numerals. So again speaking, since this presentation is based on non-Abjad numbering, so Hamza is actually 16th, because in a non-Abjad analysis, Hamza is considered separate harf than Alif. So in this way, 18 harfs are actually seen in non-abjad based analysis, and the numbers are presented or sequenced as per the first appearance. So this is actually the second slide. Let's move to the third slide. Here we see that in table 4, non-abjad based analysis on lateral arrangement is made. Here in the first 3 columns, actually ayat first, second, and third, the previous numberings, these numberings, and these numberings, these 3 columns are actually placed in these 3 uh, columns, and the numerical values are actually extracted based on the lateral arrangement. That's why it is called non-abjad based analysis based on literal arrangement. Here we see that 1 11 1 makes the number 1111, and this number 2 12 2 makes the number 2122. Likewise, for example, 618, it will come to the number 618, and all the numbers are actually shown here. The multiplier of these numbers are actually shown in this column, and the summation of these numbers are actually this number, and the multiplying number of this big number is shown here. In the comment section, whether these numbers are divisible by 3 or not, these are actually presented. Here we see that this number are not divisible by 3, so nothing is shown here. But this number, so, here we see that this number is not divisible by 3. Uh, so nothing is actually written here. Here the question of 3 comes because uh, uh, Surah Al-Kawthar has 3 ayats. So this number 3 is actually taken into account for this discussion. This number is not divisible by 3, so nothing is written here. But this number is divisible by 3. This number is divisible by 3, and the multiplier numbers are shown here. So here we see that 3 is one of the divisible number of this big number. So the comment section, in the comment section, the divisibility by 3 is actually presented. And interestingly, this number is actually a prime number, and that's why in the comment section prime number is presented. And the mm, interesting thing is that the total summation is 69,648. This number is also divisible by 3. Uh, let's move to the next column. Here we see that numeral values are presented reverse order. Mind it, reverse order. Here in the ordered fashion, 1 11 1, that means 1 11 1. In reverse order, it will be also 1. This will come first, that means, but the number will be same, 1 11 and 1. But here we see that if we consider this thing, in ordered fashion, it will be 1 7 15 1 7 15. But in a reverse order fashion, it will be 15 7 1 15 7 and 1. Likewise, the other numbers are also presented here, and the total summation is actually 36,136, which is also divisible by 3. In this column, the multiplier numbers are actually presented, and in the comment section where these numbers are divisible by 3 uh, or not, these are actually shown. So in this table or in this column, we see also that there is also one prime number, just like in reversed, similar in reverse order fashion. There is also one prime, just like uh, ordered fashion, where we get also one prime. So let's move to the last next slide. In Surah Al-Kawthar, there are 3 ayats. Here we see that there are one prime number in both ordered and reverse ordered pattern. That means this number and this number, both one primes. Also, there are 7 numbers divisible by 3, both ordered and reverse ordered pattern. So if we go to the previous slide, we see that number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, 7 numbers are divisible by 3, and here also 7 numbers are divisible by 3. In the comment section, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, 7 numbers are also divisible by 3, and these numbers are actually presented here. The remaining number is 7. That means non-prime plus non-divisible by 3. These numbers are also 7. If we go to the comment section, we see that number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is actually outlined here. The remaining number is 7. That means non-prime plus non-divisible by 3 in both ordered and reverse ordered pattern. The number 177 is also divisible by 3. 177 is extracted from this analysis 1, 7, and 7. 177. This number is also divisible by 3. And from these two points, it can be said that both 7 and 7. So therefore, stunning similarity exists in both patterns. Let's move to the next slide. In table 4, the sum of ordered arrangement is 69,648, and the sum of reverse ordered arrangement is 36,186. So these are the values 69,648 and 36,186. So these are the two numbers. And interestingly, both are actually divisible by the number 3. Here we see that the multiplier numbers are actually shown here. So in both cases, the number is actually, both numbers are actually divisible by 3. We are at the last slide of this discussion. This discussion shows that all the alphabets in Surah Al-Kawthar are perfectly oriented, aligned, and placed. Because if something is changed or someone has changed something in the Surah Al-Kawthar, these nice mathematical presentation can be hampered, obviously hampered, because disorientation or dislocation of any words or any harfs can change the mathematical functionality of this uh, pattern. That's why it is told that in Surah Al-Kawthar, all the alphabets are perfectly oriented, aligned, and placed. Stunning existence of 3-based divisibility is seen in this Surah Al-Kawthar. Structure of this surah is such that any change can cause mismatch in calculation. So much beauty in Quran, so much beauty in Surah Al-Kawthar also. Subhanallah. That's all, my dear brothers and sisters. Assalamualaikum wa rahmatullah.